football coach. Wayne grew up around helping raise young boys and put young boys on the right path. That was a football team full of boys dancing to Sexy Red song, but not even, it wouldn't be so bad that they were dancing, but they were repeating the lyrics from this song. Now, I had no idea who this Sexy Red chick was, but let me just read the lyrics real quick that our boys are repeating after a football game, dancing. I'm assuming they won. So this is from her song Pound Town. I'm out of town, thugging with my rounds, my coochie pink, my booty hole brown. Where the niggas? And these are boys repeating this. I'm looking for the hoes, quit playing, come suck a bitch toe, just left Pound Town with my nigga, blah, 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 blah. So let's break this down, fellas, because on this show we are, and that sister was preaching. We're gonna get into that, but we always, and everybody at the beginning of this show used to always think that we were trying to come for the sisters, when the whole time we were just saying, like in the words of Mike, hey, just stop being a thought. Stop glorifying thought culture. Stop putting it, that's your representation. Every time you turn around and you want to say black woman, you're putting this as the image of the black woman. And the young lady was saying that they think that she's a plant just because, come on, man, who goes for this ignorance, man? Y'all got it. Y'all got
it. I don't know why you stitched it all together. This makes it difficult. Although it's hilarious. Okay, so the first video and the third video, I think those were stitched together perfectly. But the second video, it I can't help but like roll my eyes when people talk like that. Like the way I feel like, you know, when people say like somebody's a plant or the government is doing this and that. Like I don't know if you guys seen the Boondocks episode where there was like an evil organization, or BET was making certain shows to like destroy black people. It feels like that listening to that video where like, you know, some guys coming to the desk and it's like, my lady, Sexy Red has successfully infiltrated the black community. Oh, excellent. Now we can commence our plans to destroy black people. And I'm like, come on, yo. Listen, yes, if it was a conversation about there's a plan to destroy people, plural in general, I'll say, okay, this is a good discussion. But to say like black people are the sole focus of everything and needs to have plants to destroy them is like come on, bro. Hold on.
Go ahead.
And let's say I humor that, right, and say, okay, maybe there is a plot. We make it too easy. Like, bro, have you guys seen Tubi? Have we seen Tubi?
Hey, hold on, because you're not going to disrespect the great name of Tubi now. Tighten up.
Let's be honest.
But real quick, Kevin. I want you to ride out because I'm glad that you playing you playing anti-hero today.
Lord.
Name the white person that you've seen with these type of lyrics. Exactly.
I'm not too
Go
sure.
ahead. Continue.
I'm not too sure. I don't listen to their music, but they also have their raunchy sides as well. Like with like grunge music or like metal stuff like that. All that stuff seems demonic to me.
Okay. Let me ask it this way. Hey, peace, Eddie Israel. Please, Lauderdale 95 just joined the chat. Let me ask it this way. Name the white song that promotes hypersexuality of their women today. Hell, for that matter, name the Chinese song that does that.
Yeah, I don't listen to too many white people, but Miley Cyrus had a run where like she's wearing skimpy outfits, being naked in music videos, and you know, talking about like just partying and giving up her box. You know, I don't know what's going on right now, but I'm sure like there's those type of girls out there. And then you know, Lady Gaga, she has her thing. Asian, the only one I can think of that I used to listen to was Honey Cocaine. She was the same way. So I can't really name a whole bunch of like other cultures because I don't listen to them. But every culture has their own thing, even the Hispanic community and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, we just make it too easy. If there was a plant or if there is a plot, like we make it easy. I mean, we're over here jamming the sexy red. Um, we go along with the stereotypes. Like right now, it's popular to wear a ski mask out in public. Like what? We scaring the white people. So it doesn't take that much effort to make black people look bad if that was the case. But yeah, my thing is yeah, Dr. Umar is right. That's why we have to have discipline. That's going to be the word of the day, discipline. Um, but also, it's not just a man or woman issue. It's also a society issue because there's a lot of things that are in the foods that we eat, in the deodorant that we use, in the products that we use that makes us more feminine. So eventually, yeah, we're gonna get to the point where like we're gonna have like normal problems that are quote unquote normal, but it's all because of all these chemicals and stuff that we're dealing with. So I'll let you guys go before I get too
So
long.
before Wayne grabs it, so to the point of the football players, a group of guys after a game audibly reciting her lyrics. Nothing. Yeah, it's just nothing, huh?
Oh, I didn't want to take too much time,
No,
but
go ahead. I mean, we got 40 minutes. Go ahead.
oh, okay. Um, I thought it was funny. I'm not gonna lie, the song is catchy. I can't. I can't. I can't. The song is catchy, yo. But um, I mean, shoot, it's everything's coming full circle. I mean, we had Doo Doo Brown back then. We had Skeet 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 in the club. Now we got Sexy Red, Booty Hole Brown. I don't know. Well, we do need more masculine role models because I mean, you shouldn't be twerking. You shouldn't be in the locker room shirtless with your boys singing this song. But I'm not gonna lie, the female artists they come out with bops. I mean, I like Cardi B. I like what's her name? I like Glorilla. They got some bops. So that's how I feel about it. But go ahead.
Wayne, come on, just save us, Wayne. Save us.
And I want to bomb too.
I'm gonna lead. I'm gonna lead at the mic. I'm just gonna say, well, man, it's a lot to say. First of all, I love Dana. Dana's dope. I follow her on TikTok. She's very well balanced.
Oh, that's the young lady. I didn't know who she was.
Yeah, Dana's well. Yeah. She's a cutie too. So yeah. All right. Well, I'll start with the football players. I mean, we live in a gynocracy. Black culture is a gynocracy. So I mean, when you have women running a culture, when you have women teaching the culture, when you have women teaching the children, then that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna start getting young boys twerking to what's her name again? Sexy Red.
Sexy Red.
So when I was coaching, the kids, they was more so on Kodak Black and stuff like that. When I was coaching with the little kids, these kids wasn't twerking. Matter of fact, if I'd have walked in there and I'd have heard them jumping and twerking, okay, we got some up downs to do, okay, because we ain't finna, But that's what happens when you live in the gynocracy, when you live in the matriarch in the black culture. And I a lot of that I blame, a lot of that is the government for a lot of these politics. We do just like in the book Black Ghetto by Kenneth, what's his name? Dark Ghetto by Kenneth something, psychologist. Great book. Anyway, he talks about how black culture elevates our we elevate our redneck culture over our middle class culture. I think that's one of the issues in the black culture, that we elevate our trash culture more than we would our middle class, because we do have a middle class and we have a great middle class. As far as the music, wow, it's tough, right? Because I mean, I'm I grew up. I grew up in the '90s hip hop, right? I mean, we did have Lauryn Hill though. We did have Jill Scott. We had Erykah Badu, but
Rod
then we had
Digger.
Trina. We had E. Yeah, we had Rod Digger. We had a well balanced, right? We had a well balanced. Even though you had Trina, even though you had my neck, my back, lick my, we had that. So it's kind of, I would say
Hold on, Wayne. Let me hit you with this other lyric. Looking for the hoochie daddies. Where they at? Where the niggas that get ratchet? Where they at? My son needs a new pappy. Too many bitches. Where they at? I'm trying to get my coochie scratched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Wayne. Like what?
But that's like Lil Kim. What did she say? Eating shrimp while I'm playing in my coochie. You know what I'm saying? Have you heard Lil Kim lyrics? Lil Kim, I mean, she used to rap, but she said some stuff too. Trina said some stuff. The only reason I'm kind of 50-50 with it is because a lot of these younger rappers today are just babies of Lil Wayne, right? If you know what I'm saying, like everybody, I mean, and we idolize Lil Wayne in our culture. Lil Wayne was big. Hot Boys was big. I mean, I know Mike from New York, so they had a little bit more different style of rappers than we had coming down. Yeah, y'all had Wu-Tang, y'all had Jay-Z, y'all had Busta Rhymes, Rakim, whatever. Forgive me if I don't remember everybody. From down south, yeah, we had the Trick Daddies. You don't know that, I'll eat your coochie with your legs up, down your back, up your crack. Then I blow all in your butt. I suck your ass where your drawers crawl. So we had that. So
Wayne, because you riding out right now, and I don't want to stop you.
My bad.
No, hold on, yeah. I want you to keep rocking. Nene put the name of the title.
Oh, there it is. Yes,
Dark
Nene.
Ghetto Dilemmas of the Social Power by Dr. Kenneth. Okay,
yes.
But Wayne,
great book.
Wayne, you just recited a lyric, and as gutter as it was, because I know the song that you're talking about, that was a Trick Daddy lyric. You just recited the man's lyric. You're not a man.
Trina was nasty like that too, though.
Yeah,
Trina.
Yeah, but listen what I'm saying, Wayne. You're not sitting here reciting and dancing and twerking to a goddamn woman's lyric.
I said that. I said if I caught my players doing that, I walked in the locker room, they got up downs all night. I said that, and I said the reason that's happening is because we live in a gynocracy. We live in a matriarch. And that's why I'm saying my pushback on Dr. Umar, that's why I have a problem with these Pan-African dudes, these Blue One guys, these black nationalists. They don't really want to call it out for what it really is. We live in a gynocracy, and that's what happened. I mean, he kind of said it that, you got to get these young boys from the feminine energy, but he's not saying why. Why is that? I mean, when you got what's the politic name who's speaking to the girl named the Stallion, Megan Stallion. What's her name? The politician lady in California, who they call Auntie. What's her name?
Oh, I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh man, I forgot her name. But I mean, when you got her on national television talking about WAP, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, like we the politicians push this trash culture. I mean, but that's what happened when you're in the gynocracy. So
I know you've been waiting.
First and foremost, I want to say I'm gonna go backwards. I know that right now everyone's saying men don't ride around listening to girls' music. I can tell you right now, there's two women that I would listen to in my car. One of them does this type of music, but I never let my daughter hear it. She just has 3 or 4 songs that I think are fire. I'm not even gonna say her name, but I'll send it to you in the chat. You can listen to it and tell me what you think. And the other one is Lotto, because she has like 2 songs I like. But if I made a mixtape right now, it's not full of chick songs. I will say, I think this started when we were young. No, just after when we got grown, when dudes started twerking, dudes started like shaking. I don't know when that, because like my generation would never twerk. But I saw dudes start popping and they thought it was cute and they thought it was cool and girls would go dance with them. In my mind, that was the beginning of the loss of masculinity. Then, you got Lil Uzi Vert, who do whatever that dance is that he does, looking like he a little sassy chick, but he think I don't know. I'm not with all this, and it all coincides with the rise of the, and you know what? I'm going to start separating it. I know we always say LGBT community. I don't really think it's that. I think it's the LGB, and then it's like the people that we don't talk to. Because like I've had gay people in my life my entire life. I've had lesbians in my life my entire life. You ever hear me tell stories about Ivory from Fort Lauderdale? You know he was a
man. In the
that's
name.
not his real name. It's not his real
okay.
name. It's not his real name. But you know, me and him was cool. He throw hands with me, throw hands for me. Like I got love for him. It's just this new group that they added on to him. Kind of like when I tell black women stop taking white women on, I should tell the LGBs that we was cool with y'all, but now that y'all taking all these QTIWXQA plus ZY345, whatever, they're the ones that's coming with all these. You gotta call. I've never met a gay man that told me you gotta call me this, or my pronoun is that. Like that wasn't them. They was just like, I like dudes, leave me alone. And I was like, well, as long as the dudes you like ain't me, we ain't got no problems. Eddie Murphy said it best. He's like, you can be cool with gay people. It's just like after y'all finish playing tennis, you like, what you about to do? I'm about to go get a soda. He's like, what you about to do? I'm about to go sleep with a dude. Okay, you have fun. They were never the weird ones. It's just this generation of people thinking that mixing masculine and feminine is the move. There was a reason it was separated. That's one. Number two, Dr. Umar, I personally didn't even think of it the way he said it, because I've been feeling myself. I've been feeling away lately. And I didn't even think, maybe it's because I haven't had no dudes around me. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron, steel sharpens steel. And it's why I come to this show and I'm so religious with it, why I try not to miss any, because it's the only like masculine like conglomeration that I have in my life at the moment, because there's not a lot of men that I respect in the life that I have living. I'm the respected man. They come to me, but I need someone to be able to talk to myself. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when he said it, I was like, damn, I don't have my domino dudes no more where I could go out there, cut up, be a dude, be around some dudes just on some man stuff. Maybe that's, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even think about it till he said it. And now that he said it, it's like in my mind going crazy. So to think that these men were grown, because every man will tell you, even if you were had a single mom as your main parent, there were other men in your life somewhere. You had an uncle that checked on you. You had a big homie somewhere. Your boys in school, something. These dudes are all sassy, and they all sassying together. And it's why the men that we are, the masculine men that we are and try to be, look like outdated Cro-Magnons to them. Because to them, I remember when you could be in school and they would be like, this is our opposite day. You guys can wear dresses. And dudes, I think one dude might put on a dress and by lunchtime, he'd be like, man, I couldn't do that, bro. I can't do it. Do that today? Bet money. The whole school got on sassy skirts and makeup and all that. Like, I wasn't no dude putting on make. Like, I don't understand this. And you know what? Maybe it's not for me to understand. But I can say this. We are watching the destruction of us. And no one is, I'm trying. I keep trying to tell people, but people look at me like I'm the bad guy. And that leads direct. That was a perfect transition into the middle video. I come on here every flipping week telling women, stop being thoughts. Stop accepting thought life. Stop looking at thoughts and saying, well, that's just how she wants to be. We got to accept her for what she wants to be. No, we don't. This is what happens when you accept it. My coochie pink, my booty hole brown. There is no redeeming quality in that lyric. No, it says mic check. I like that. Thank you. There's, you know what I'm saying? I'm out. Hey. Now let me stop. Focus. Y'all know I got ADHD. There is no redeeming quality in anything she's saying. I challenge what Wayne said when he was taught, he spit those lyrics about Trick Daddy. Yeah, Trick was nasty, but he still had a gotta change my life. Lord knows I ain't living right. There was still a balance. And I know I'm from New York, but trust me, I've been down the South long enough. That first Trick Daddy album was, well, the second one was my fire. You feel me? There was a balance to it. He was telling men, hey, we out here doing this freaky stuff, but there's still life to live, and you still got to be a man. You got to check your boys. You got to do. He was showing you this duality. If we don't stop it, you know what? People who like to say, oh, this is just like Kevin. Oh, this is just an image. It's not real. Look at Tupac. Before Tupac was in Juice, Tupac seen as an intelligent, eloquent young man who went to a college for performing arts and had real feeling for his people. After Juice, all anyone saw was the thug ass nigga. That's all they saw. And he led right into it. If you look at, I tell anyone that said they love Tupac, look at the interviews before Juice, look at the interviews after Juice. He was playing Bishop. He was playing Bishop. That wasn't who he was. And you can't sit here and tell me there's not a plight against us. I know Kevin likes to say, oh, well, you know, why will black people be so important? Why are they doing this? I'll tell you why. We are the world's money. I know people like to think white people doing it. We generate I'll talk about everything that keeps this world going, we generate. We are the entertainment. We are the sports. We are the style. Everything that makes life more than just waking up and getting, you know what, I'll say it better. Everything that makes life more than the first 3 levels of Maslow's hierarchy is black people. If it wasn't for black people, it would just be, oh, I woke up this morning, I went to work. All the music would be that, you remember that stuff they play in old movies? That's it. Yeah. Everything that makes life better for humankind is black people. That's why they're using us. And if you think they're not, look at what music used to be. There used to be a balance to everything. For every Trina, there was a Lauren. For every Hoochie, there was a Queen Latifah. Even if Little Kim did some ratchet stuff, she still came back with lyrics that she had bars. She had bars.
Okay.
Foxy Brown had bars. She might say something filthy, but yo, she had lyrics with some actual content and character in them. Okay. I remember, I got that album. That's what her method was crazy.
Kev want to cut you off, but let me pause the time real quick, just so you guys do know, I do have bombs for everybody. I want them to say certain things on them. That's why I haven't put them up yet. But I want to read some of these chat comments before I restart back the time. Yeah, because there's a bunch of them. Let me go back. So Lauderdale 95 asks Mike, did you have your windows up or down while you're bumping the chick music?
Hey, if I play the song, I bet money you'll be begging it. She go hard, but she a thought. She a thought.
Nene says, y'all was doing the city boy, not twerking. Absolutely, we were city boy. And Cliff says Cliff just want to be the antagonist today. 69 Boys was twerking back in the day. Eddie Israel says also Obama was making it okay to be less masculine by selling us this funny stuff. Eddie Israel says you can't even put male or female on bathrooms anymore. So, and then my cousin Kevin says they were separate to maintain boundaries because you could get killed. Kev says sassy men are trying to be the new bad bitch. Absolutely.
Your cousin's on fire.
Yeah. Kevin be on it, man. Ever since he came over to the dark side. I'm assuming there you go, Mike. Trick had balance. Tupac was a poet as well. Don't forget that. Eddie with a comment that I would say I blame Tyler Perry. Absolutely. Nene says we are the shit. Ricardo says black power. Kevin says black is luxury. Ricardo says, remember when we had conscious music and conscious artists too. So to Mike's point, for Lil Kim, you had Lauryn Hill. I would even go to the male part of it. I just watched a documentary the other day on oh my God, what was that group? They were the Black Nerds, and nobody really respected them. Come on, man, y'all know De La Soul. I just watched something on De La Soul the other day. They were conscious music way before it was popular to be that. So, all right, let me reset the time because I see Kev has something to say. What's up, Kev?
I want to say that, yeah, Mike, you are correct in a few things, but I do not like and I do not agree with the way, especially black people, put black people in a box, because you just said it yourself that we are the world's entertainment, we are the world's fashion people, and how do I say this? I just think I think black people are well, we're equal. We're equal. We're not lesser. We're not above anybody. And I hate the fact that we put ourselves in a box that we are the fashion people. We are the entertainment people when we can be more than that. So I don't like the fact that that narrative is being repeated. And this is and talking like that is the reason why people look at us the way they do. So
here's the funny thing. If you wouldn't have cut me off, you would have let me finish my time like I did you. You would have seen that I would have gotten a little farther with that.
It's like 7 minutes.
Huh? Excuse me?
It goes like 7 minutes.
This is 19. You'll have someone in the back end. Mind your business.
Well, back to what I was there saying. Too, Wayne, because I feel they go out to go at it.
Now back to what I was saying. But we'll focus on you, sir. When I say that black people are the top 2 levels of the Maslow, I'm talking about what we excel at. I'm not saying the only thing we're good at. There's Asian people, they excel at, stereotypically, they excel at, math. They excel at, especially food making in America. There's things that races excel at. Okay, that's just what it is. There's a guy named Burner Boy, right? Burner Boy is from Africa. He's not from America, but he makes fire music just like us. There's Africans in Europe that are doing the same thing, making fire entertainment, making fire clothing, making fire. That's something we're better at. It doesn't mean that's all we can do. We're better at it. My problem is that we sold it to white people. I told that joke last week about how Chris Rock says, "Oh, those Hawaiians, they have the best pineapples. They must make a lot of money." No, they don't. White people got that money. White people have bought and sold us. That's why the music is the way it is. They're the ones who have decided that Cardi, Meg, City Girls, all these are to be praised. And Kendrick is supposed to have a little run and then go back into the corner. You see what I'm saying? They're the ones who decided that. And how did they decide it? They decided by what they choose to push, what they put the money behind. There's money. They have, first of all, Drake is bought and sold. So we're just going to let that be known. If Drake hugs something, gives someone attention, gives someone love, the world knows what that means. The same thing he did with a little white girl who does interviews. He gave her a hug. He showed her love. He was an interview for her. Then she blew up out of nowhere. That is a plant. Because she had no track record. She wasn't some big underground interviewer. Same thing with Sexy Red. Same thing with Ice Spice. Do you not know they're all connected to Drake? You don't see that? And this isn't I'm not the guy who's what do you call it? When the government is doing something and they're trying. I'm not buying into.
Yeah, you're not conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy theory. This ain't conspiracy. This is stuff that can be proven. You can see it. This is stuff that you can see with your own eyes. Ice Spice was nobody. She had like 3 or 4 songs. Period. And then Drake
hold on, Mike. Mike, pause right there though, because Kev just said that you should be a conspiracy theorist. So, but Kev, why did you just shit on it earlier when the young lady said that that is a plan, like it's been a plan? Isn't that conspiracy?
Oh, it's definitely a plan, but it's not a plan for just black people. It's a plan.
Go ahead,
for
Mike. Go ahead. I can't with Kev today.
It's a plan for black people. It's a plan for black people out loud. We're the loudest because we're the weakest. We're the weakest because there's no unification. You see what happens when they try to take away Columbus Day, right? Italians came out of the woodworks, not Italians, Italian Americans, because there's a unification. Italian Americans came out, y'all ain't gonna talk about Columbus. The world know Columbus was a murdering sycophant, but they defend theirs. There's no unification in black people. I said it from jump. We were not built to be a people who are unified. We were separated, we were destroyed, and then we were told to, hey, join up and be like us. Why don't you want to integrate and be like us? That was like your cousin said, that was our destruction. Martin Luther King said it before he was killed. I led my people down the wrong path. He knew we should have gone right back after they blew up all our towns. We should have went right back and built our towns and had our own bombers ready to throw bombs at them.
Okay.
Integration was terrible. I just want to add that.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I like to go now.
It's fun. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I jump in when you're talking. Go ahead.
Okay, my bad. My bad, but okay, so yes, I agree with some of your points, but still, you know, you're still proving my point that,
and the ones you don't agree with, you're wrong.
we're still putting black people in the box to where we're the entertainment people, we're the symbols of what's cool and stuff like that. And what I'm trying to say is that we're more than that. And you know,
sir, that's the first thing I said. I said that's not the only things we do. We're just better at it than everyone else. Okay,
fair enough. And then also the whole conspiracy thing. Yes, there is a plot, but my thing is it's not just black people in general. It's pretty much people in general, because there is a plot. There is an agenda to where they're trying to depopulize the planet. And of course, the way to do that is to get to the men. But I think it's weird that we focus on black people and use them as a target, because, you know, white people have been feminized, you know, way before black people were. I mean, Queen, if you guys are familiar with their songs, they sang like "We Are the Champion."
Yes, everyone knows Queen.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, they're as feminist as it gets. And you know, you don't hear a lot of people talk about them on podcasts or like all the other people in the 80s.
Do you know why, Kevin?
But go ahead.
Because you're talking about one group. I'm gonna tell you this: for every group you can name off that you think is feminizing white people, or you think is like ruining white culture, I can name you 5 for black, and we're only 9 to 12% of the population in this country. For every one you name Queen, we've named off 6. Can you name me a second one? You can't. Here's another thing.
Yes, I can.
You can't. All right, give me a second one.
Hey, Wayne, don't forget, Wayne, hop in there. We got 13
well,
minutes.
I mean, you do have a white red pill community. So they are pushing back on the feminization of white men as well in their culture. I just say this all goes back to the feminization of men, especially in the black culture. When you take away the protection of children and women, which are the men, and you give the women the power and you allow women to run the culture, a lot of times this is what you get. You get boys twerking in the locker room. You get Sukianas. You get sexy reds. You get all this stuff. And then again, you got, man, I wish I could know that lady. These politicians, they all push. I mean, again, if you read the book, we push trash culture, Housewives of Atlanta, all this trash culture. That's our main source. As well, everybody look at us as we're black men robbers, women as thoughts, and this and that. And yes, there is a percentage of that, but we allow these politicians, we allow these black leaders to allow trash culture to be mainstream and be.
You're boring a little bit, Wayne.
I don't think we allow
representation.
There you go.
Okay, I think a lot of these black leaders allow black culture to be pushed, trash cultures to be pushed ahead of middle class, because we do have a strong middle class. Black folks are doing very well in this culture. I mean, not as we want to, but it's just that we put our trash culture on the forefront. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, if you come to Atlanta, despite everything they say about Atlanta, I live in Atlanta, all the trash culture they talk about Atlanta is on. Fair enough. But then when you really look into Atlanta, yo, you see black doctors, black lawyers, and I'm from Fort Lauderdale, so I know Fort Lauderdale, South Florida, is more of a mixed culture with islands and Cubans and all that. So a lot of times you'll go places where you'll see a Spanish doctor, this and that. But if you come to Atlanta, you want to see black greatness, man. You get past the trash stuff. Look, my black primary doc is a black male doctor. My dentist is a black male doctor. I mean, you want to see business owner, millionaires, black men, women. You can see that in Atlanta. The thing is that we don't elevate that enough. We elevate this trash culture, and again, I just think a lot of it is policies and politics, integration. I do agree with integration messed us up, and welfare reform screwed us up as well.
I challenge you, sir. I challenge you for one reason.
Go ahead.
I believe there is a concerted effort against us. If you look at what we were and what we are now,
I'm with you on that. I don't listen.
Right, I don't think it's us. I think it's them. I think they are the ones propagating and pushing the lowest of us. They're the ones that are like, oh, look at this guy named Waka Flocka. No disrespect, Mr. Flocka, I don't know you. Look at this guy who sings Ole Do It, which you can't even say it, enunciate it. We're gonna take him and his wife. We're gonna put them on TV. Yeah.
See, I'm 50-50 on that, Mike, because look at Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry became a billionaire off of black dollars alone. Wearing a dress.
Say it again.
And gyrating on stage with a cigarette and a handgun, promoting trash women culture with some gospel and some soul music and some comedy. And we bought and we pushed our dollars and pushed them up to a billionaire. So that wasn't the system. That was culture, a feminized black culture who despise masculinity and upbring and put femininity on even in men on a pedestal. That's to me, that's the issue. We despise masculinity in black culture, and when you praising feminine energy, that you take away protection, you take away. That's why a lot of these cultures can't be infiltrated as much as black culture, because we're ran by a gynocracy. Now I do understand there have been roadblocks, policies. I can't deny that, and I agree with you on that. I heard that. I know we're not supposed to go back on shows, but I just heard that argument between Yanga and Kev about the system, and Kev doesn't buy into the system. But there have been roadblocks that black people have had to overcome that has put us in predicament. When you talk about you talk about the drug era.
Epidemic.
When you talk about redlining, when you talk about licensing, when you talk about Oklahoma, you can't dismiss those things that black people had to overcome. And when you
child support,
when you say, okay, well, I'm going to, after the drug era, you're going to say, I'm going to have mass incarceration. I'm going to lock black men up, put them on child support, and give black women welfare reform. There's an effect, and here's the effect of that.
All right, now we're on the same page.
All right, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
So hold on, let me just pause right here, just because I'm a pause. Shit, what did I do? Oh man, hold on.
Oh, man.
Yeah, hold on.
You got to skip it.
No, hold on, because